This is the Braton Incarnon. I'm ranking it as the 10th strongest Incarnon Primary, under the Paris and above the Boltor. This is the third Incarnon Primary to be a true S tier only weapon, meaning I'm only really going to use it with a proper Warframe synergy. The Incarnon form is basically the same as the base Braton, except for modified stats and a 3-meter fire explosion. The bullets from this weapon deal a comical amount of damage, but it definitely isn't as effective at map wiping as the higher weapons on the list. Incarnons will always be a little annoying because of the whole charging mechanic, but the Braton is even worse thanks to its first upgrade reducing the 200 shots in the mag by quite a lot. The other thing is that the AoE on the projectile isn't nearly as large as all the other AoE Incarnons in the game. For the first upgrade, I chose Munitions Grit because it works on every build, but this upgrade will divide the total Incarnon charges by about 5 times. For the second utility upgrade, I chose Mercenary Chamber to basically double the ammo capacity. This is the most valuable, but also makes charging a real breeze. And for the last and most important upgrade, I chose Critical Parallel for bonus crit chance and damage. This gets the Incarnon form to almost 150% crit chance with a 7 times crit multiplier. So the build for the Braton Incarnon is a lot more standard than some of the last weapons I've reviewed. Once again, we're using Hunter munitions alongside the built-in fire damage to try and maximize DPS after each shot, although the damage stats are high enough to pretty much clear everything out instantly. So of course, as with all primary weapons, I'm using Primary Merciless to further ramp up the damage of each shot. Then it's just the standard damage, multi-shot, viral, and crit stats. The 2 open slots are Hunter munitions and Vigilante armaments. So because of the Braton's first upgrade, Vigilante armaments is basically an open slot. So the Riven can be anything, because you can still get the Vigilante bonus from Vigilante supplies. I rolled the crit chance Fire Riven, which is essentially a perfect roll to give you red crits with a bunch of fire and slash procs. Like I said in the last video, these weapons really want a Warframe synergy, and honestly the Braton needs one, although for a different reason than the Dread or the Paris. The first frame and the model for the weapon was Octavia Prime. She's honestly one of the best invisibility frames because her 1 and 2 are really great crowd control abilities. It basically allows you to just clear out enemies at your own pace while also having a really nice damage buff from her 4. And the other frame was Nekros Prime. He's mostly used for farming, but I found it was really nice to add Ensnare at only 90% range. Ensnare is a really great grouping ability because it keeps enemies standing up so you can charge your Incarnon almost instantly. This makes the downtime of the Incarnon way more manageable. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the Braton Incarnon in the comments. As always, thanks for liking and subscribing, and come say hi when I'm streaming.